Hello. The Lord is nigh unto them that are of a broken heart, and saveth such as be of a contrite spirit. I share this verse in honor of Yom HaShoah. In English, that is Holocaust Remembrance Day, where the people of Israel, they will blast the sirens, and in that moment, all of traffic and those walking about halt to a standstill to reflect on the tragedy that happened some decades ago. Even to this day, there are upward 200,000 plus survivors of the Holocaust, and it was a great tragedy in history. And there are many great tragedies throughout history, and especially those of the suffering that Israel has endured. And even to this day, where anti-Semitism is very much alive and active, we see it ever since the October 7th attacks with Hamas and now Iran against Israel. And whether you agree with the politics of Israel, one thing to keep in mind is to ask yourself a reflective question: am I a peacemaker? Am I a peacemaker? Doesn't matter who you are, what your background is, what your religious beliefs are. That is an important truth, because one thing is true, is that God has created mankind in His image. And one thing, especially for believers in the Lord Jesus Christ, we want to be about peace and bringing peace with all of our enemies, whoever they may be. And for Jews, they ought to be our closest allies. And no, we don't always agree with each other, especially on the person of Jesus Christ. Many Jews today do not embrace Jesus Christ as their Messiah, whereas Christians do. But one thing is certain, is that this verse I shared with you, it goes to all people, because it's not just about preserving one ethnic group over another. All ethnic groups are of equal value, and none of us should be seeking bloodshed of one or another, or considering one ethnic group inferior to another. And this has sadly been true of many ethnic groups throughout history, but Israel in particular has suffered overwhelming anti-Semitism. And so one thing I encourage is prayer for the brokenhearted. And maybe if you're someone who's going through a season where you're oppressed, maybe in your own family or your own country, wherever you may be, you don't experience the unity that you desire. But the purpose of the cross was to bring people together through the sacrificial love of Jesus Christ. God bless.